Welcome to Conflict News 24 headlines. Firstly, East Congo conflict. Felix Tshisekedi, Congolese president, lashed out at Paul Kagame directly a few hours ago. He used very strong words against Rwandan President Paul Kagame. It's a new high in Rwanda-Congo tensions that the president of DRC criticized Paul Kagame, president of Rwanda by name. What did he say? Secondly, East Africa Community mediated third inter-Congolese dialogue in Nairobi, Kenya, is coming to a close in Nairobi today. There, Jeff Nyaga, who is East Africa Community Contingent's commander in East Congo, spoke. He addressed the participants who are in Nairobi, Kenya. He talked about Goma and M23. He assured the participants of Nairobi talks that M23 will not be allowed to take Goma city, capital of North Kivu. Thirdly, we have a new story about M23 fighters who are now starting to collect taxes. They're not just relying on foreign support. The areas where they are, which are under their control, they are starting to collect taxes from there. And fourthly, South Sudan is going to send its troops to East Congo. We know that some other East Africa Community countries have already sent troops to East Congo. Now, South Sudan is joining. And secondly, it was Russia-Ukraine conflict. But last night in Russia, an air base was damaged. Was there an attack on this airbase, or was there some sort of sabotage activity or some accident? It's not clear. Ukrainian and Russian sources are sharing conflicting information about this airbase, which is in Russia, around 600 kilometers away from Ukrainian border, from Ukraine-Russia border. Firstly, viewers, Congo-Rwanda tensions are running high. No signs of de-escalation despite regional intervention. The two countries are hitting at each other. Verbal war is ongoing. War of words is ongoing between Congolese and Rwandan officials. Felix Tshisekedi, DRC's president, criticized Paul Kagame, Rwandan president, by name a few hours ago. He used very strong words against Paul Kagame. He said, Rwandans are our friends, but Paul Kagame and his government are working against Congolese people, Congolese government. They are enemies of Congo. He said that Paul Kagame takes pride in being a war planner, in being a war specialist, but basically he has been sowing desolation and death. And if I would be in his place, I would be ashamed. Very strong words used by Congolese president. He further said that people in Rwanda have been muzzled, silenced. They need the support of DRC to free themselves from this situation. It cannot be clearer than this, that now the two countries are on collision course. There must be regional intervention. The way they are exchanging these hot words, their diplomatic engagements already cut off because Congo expelled Rwandan ambassador a few weeks ago and recalled its ambassador from Rwanda. And Since the new offensive launched by M23 fighters last year, and then in April this year, we've been seeing that Rwanda-Congo relations have been worsening. Rwanda is being accused by Congo of openly supporting M23 Congolese opposition fighters who have taken control of several key places in East Congo in North Kivu zone. Interestingly, 2 days ago, Paul Kagame had criticized DRC government and Felix Tshisekedi as well. Kagame had said that whatever was happening in Congo was being blamed on Rwanda. Rwanda was easily available culprit for Congolese government, which was unable to resolve its own internal problems, and he had criticized Felix Tshisekedi by name, that Felix Tshisekedi was not interested in holding next year's election. He was trying to delay the election by prolonging the conflict in East Congo. So he used the same language against Congolese president, and then a few hours ago, Congolese president reciprocated by using strong words against Paul Kagame, Rwandan president. We know that Angola tried to mediate between the two countries, Rwanda and Congo, but no signs of any de-escalation so far. Secondly, was third inter-Congolese dialogue underway in Nairobi, Kenya is coming to a close. It has come to a close reportedly. Almost a week-long talks were held in Nairobi, Kenya. No joint declaration. We know that Burundi's president, Kenyan president, former Kenyan president Uhuru Kenyatta were there. Rwandan, Congolese, and Ugandan presidents attended through video link, and talks were held. Delegations from East Congo also participated. Delegations of armed groups and civil society delegations to tribal leaders, to no representation of M23, Mai, FDLR and ADF. So talks have come to a close. So far, no joint declaration. We'll update you in coming hours about the talks held in Nairobi, Kenya. Maybe Uhuru Kenyatta will brief the media at the end of the talks. Meanwhile, Jeff Nyaga, who is East Africa Community Contingent's commander in East Congo, spoke. He was in Nairobi, Kenya. He attended talks there ongoing, inter-Congolese dialogue, and there he assured the delegation from Congo, the delegation of Congolese government, of Congolese civil society, that M23 fighters will not be allowed to take control of Goma. Goma is main city in North Kivu. M23 have been trying to move towards Goma. They're around 15 kilometers away from Goma. They are near Kibumba. And Kenyan troops are in Goma. Burundi's troops are there in East Congo. I think not in Goma. In Goma, there are Kenyan troops. Ugandan troops have not arrived in East Congo so far. Uganda announced to send around 1,000 troops a few days ago, but we saw opposition to deployment of Ugandan troops to East Congo. So far, Ugandan soldiers have not arrived in East Congo, in North Kivu, in Goma. East Africa Community Country's contingent in Goma is being led by Jeff Nyaga, who is from Kenya. He is an officer of KDF, Kenyan Defense Force. It means that for EAC, Goma is red line. It will not allow M23 fighters to advance from Kibumba towards Goma. East Africa Community troops are not on front lines. They're in Goma. They're protecting Goma city, but they're not on front lines near Kibumba, Rutshuru, or Kiwanja, other places. Now, if M23 fighters decide to continue their advance towards Goma, what would happen? Will there be direct confrontation between M23 and Kenyan troops? That remains to be seen.
Zone de Kibati, où on travaille en collaboration avec FDRC. Yale shie ongomano hili hapa mimi kama force commander. Just to assure you as the force commander,
hakuna nafasi yoyote kwa M23 kuchukua mji wa Goma. Haiwezekani na haitafanyika.
There will be no chance for M23 to take over Goma.
Donc je dois vous assurer comme le commandant de la force de l'armée kenyane, c'est pas maintenant possible pour M23
de reprendre la ville de Goma.
Kwa hivyo kama iko rafiki yao hapo hapa anazunguka kwenda mueleze hiyo leo usiku.
So if there is a friend of M23 going around, they should go and tell them and let them know that. Donc s'il y a un ami de M23 ici, alors donc il faut lui dire cela.
Na kwa hivyo hayo mambo mengine hatutazungumza mengi hapa kuhusu mipango iliyoko, lakini nataka kurudia ya kwamba tuko tayari na options zote ziko juu ya meza.
We will not go into details on what we have planned, tactical plans, but then just to let you know that we have all things in place.
Donc je ne vais pas parler en détail sur les tactiques, mais juste pour dire qu'on a toutes les options sont possibles. Nikielekea kumalizia tuweze kutathmini hali ilivyo. Kitu ya kwanza nimesema tumeweza kudhibiti mji wa Goma, tumeweza kudhibiti pia Goma International Airport. Askari wetu wameweza kuungana na askari wa FRDC kuweza kureinforce wao kuhakikisha kwamba hawatasonga nyuma tena.
Just a quick recap and summary is to let you know that we have secured Goma itself together with Goma International Airport.
En guise de conclusion, je dois vous dire que nous avons déjà sécurisé la ville de Goma ainsi que l'aéroport international de Goma, et la force militaire kenyane mène des patrouilles conjointes avec FADC dans la région Goma DRC. Kwa hivyo pia force headquarters is up and running, fully operational.
Thirdly, viewers, M23 fighters are imposing taxes on the people in the areas under their control. They are issuing receipts of taxes too. So now they are installing administration in the areas under their control. While Rwanda summit called for withdrawal of M23 fighters from Rutshuru, Kiwanja, Rugari, other places, Bunagana as well, M23 fighters are strengthening their hold by collecting taxes. Reportedly, taxes for farmers have been specified. They are being told to pay taxes. And these taxes are now a source of income for M23 fighters. Receipts are being shown by the people who are paying taxes. It means that if M23 fighters remain in control of the areas under their control, they'll strengthen their hold on these areas. Fourthly, viewers, another East Africa Community Organization country is going to send its troops to East Congo. South Sudan, which is a member of East Africa Community Platform, has announced to send around 700 troops to East Congo. In Juba, yesterday, these South Sudanese troops were seen. They were being briefed by a military commander. Final preparations are underway. And these South Sudanese troops will arrive in Congo in coming days. South Sudan is battling to form a unified military, and despite some commitments reached a few years ago, South Sudan could not form a unified military. There are tensions between Riek Machar and Salva Kiir groups there. US and EU players, they withdrew their support for South Sudanese government a few months ago because the government was unable to honor its commitments regarding formation of unified military. So there are problems in South Sudan, but South Sudan is sending troops to Congo. Burundi's troops in Congo too, Kenyan troops as well. Of course, Rwanda's troops will not be welcome in Congo. And Ugandan troops might not be welcome as well, because people have concerns that Uganda could be one of the backers of M23. But deployment of East Africa Community country troops to Congo indicates that either M23 fighters will have to withdraw from areas under their control, or we could see direct confrontation between M23 fighters and East Africa Community soldiers. Second, it was Russia-Ukraine conflict, where a Russian air base was partially damaged last night. What was the cause? It's not clear. Engels air base, Engels 2 air base near Saratov, one of the main places in Russia. This airbase is around 600 kilometers away from Ukraine-Russia border. And several nuclear bomb carrier jets were stationed at this airbase. Tu-95, Tu-160, which can carry nuclear arms, they were deployed there. They were stationed there. And a video is being shared which shows a sudden explosion at this base. Ukrainian sources unofficially, not officially, Ukrainian activists are claiming unofficially that an attack was carried out on this air base. It's difficult to believe that Ukrainian jets or drones managed to reach 600 kilometers deep in Russia from Ukraine. It's difficult. So could there be a sabotage from inside, some saboteurs who managed to reach the base? Or was there some accident? It is being said by some Russian sources that a fuel tanker exploded there. Overall, mystery surrounds, but explosions at this airbase are being confirmed. 600 kilometers away from Ukrainian border. If Ukraine is behind this attack, it would be a matter of concern for Russia. It means that Ukraine has this capability to penetrate deep into Russia. Ukraine has hit some areas in Russia lately, but those were very close to border areas, not 600 kilometers away from Ukraine border. Russian state media is silent. It is not saying anything about this incident, but incident happened, confirmed, videos being shared. We have a clip for you showing what happened at this base. You can clearly see an explosion at Engels 2 airbase near Saratov, Russia. Thank you for watching.